Hello and welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. And today is a very, very beautiful day, and I'm in a small valley in the middle of Japan. And behind me is the Shizuoka Distillery. And this distillery was built in 2016, and it started the distillation in October 2016. And here we see some lumber in the back. And today we're gonna find out what this lumber is used for. This here is the malt silo, and it is split inside the middle. And we have 17 tons on one side and 17 tons on the other side. Currently it houses Canadian malt, but the owner and the director want to change in the future, want to go a bit more local to get a good percentage of malt from local farmers to get a real Japanese whiskey. Currently we have an unpeated malt in here. And what they try to do here at the distillery is they try to make the unpeated one, and then in the end of the season use the peated malt to not spoil the unpeated malt with a few of the phenols that might be left over. In the end of the season, it's cleaning time, everything is cleaned out, and the fresh season can have a fresh start. The first step is to take out the dust from the malt, and then it goes down to the destoner. Takes out any foreign materials that doesn't belong into the malt, and primarily ejects all the stones that could possibly harm the malt mill. And if you look at this malt mill, this is a very old malt mill. It's an old English malt mill. It is a 4-roller malt mill that was saved from the Kawasawa distillery that was raised down. But this malt mill lives on, and it can still produce the grist that is used for whiskey. We had a look at the back at the label from when this distillery was, this malt mill was built, and it said 89. But now arises the question, which century? 1889 or 1989? My bet would be 1889, because I've seen other malt mills and they've pretty much all been from the 19th century. So after the milling, it goes on to the mash tun. Behind me is the wash tun, and it's a stainless steel one. And here at the distillery, they only do 2 washings. The first washing at 67 degrees Celsius, they take 1 ton of barley and they wash out the sugars and the starches to make the beer. And they do it at 67 degrees, and a second washing at 87 degrees, and then it is off to the fermentation. I'm here in the room with the fermenters. The distillery has 5 fermenters with a capacity of 8,000 liters, and they fill them up to about 5,400 liters. And then we have the rotors mashing down the foam so it doesn't run over. All the fermenters are made of Oregon pine except one. This one fermenter is made of Japanese cedar wood to get a bit more local touch. And in the beginning, a distillery always experiments a bit. So they ran fermentation with 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, and they ended up and they found out that after 4 days, they got a beautiful taste what they were looking for. And so they're running the fermentation at least 4 days, and what they're doing right now is they do a 5-day fermentation, and they end up with alcohol volume of 7%, which then goes to the wash still. And now I'm gonna reveal the secret about the wood from the intro. And behind me we see a fireplace, a kiln, that fires up this wood from this area, because this valley here is very famous for its wood. And so they decided to build a wood oven below the wash still, so they have direct firing, and that is very unique in the whiskey industry. You rarely see a direct firing of a still. The wash still itself has a capacity of 6,300 liters, and the spirit cell still has a capacity of 3,800 liters, and they come out at about 70% alcohol. But this is not the only spirit the distillery makes, because they want to create a few different spirits with double distillation or even 2.5 times distillation. And now we will continue to a third still of this distillery. This here is a very special still. It was rescued from the Shizuoka Distillery, and this is used to produce the 2.5 distilled spirit from the distillery. They fill up the still, they distill it once, put it in the low wines tank, and then they fill it up again, add the low wines tank, distill it, and then they fill up the spirit still and produce the new make out of it. So you have 3 distillations. Half of the wash has been distilled, triple distilled, half of them has been double distilled, so it's a 2.5 times distillation. So I'm here in the warehouse, and as you can see, even though this is a very young distillery, they have already produced some spirit, and it's all stored in 150 bourbon barrels. They do have a few sherry casks now, and sure, the plans are bigger. They have established contacts with wineries, and they want to introduce wine casks, a few smaller casks. The majority is probably going to be bourbon casks as the backbone of pretty much every distillery. And in a few years, they will have a bigger variety of casks to then blend their own malt to get a really good taste out of it, how they now imagine their malt it's gonna be in the future. So we're done with the tour through the distillery, and now I'm standing here with the founder, Taiko. You founded this lovely place, and you're a whiskey enthusiast.
Yes.
And so, how is it to found a distillery?
How?
How does it feel?
In 2012, I visited Ireland of Scotland. It was my first visit to England, United Kingdom, and I visited all of the distilleries in the Ireland. And the last distillery I visited was the Kilchoman Distillery. You know, Kilchoman is a venture brewery distillery. It opened 2005, and they're very young whiskey. They have young whiskey, but very famous in the world. Of course, in Japan, every Japanese whiskey bar has their bottle of Kilchoman whiskey. So I was so impressed when I see the distillery, because the distillery was very small, and there are no computers in the distillery. So the Kilchoman is the truly handcraft whiskey distillery.
Yeah, they just did new malting floors.
Yes,
Yeah.
I saw it.
Yeah.
Very small malting floor.
So you wanted to have a distillery then by yourself?
Yes. I can make myself by myself like this small distillery. That was the start of my project.
So and now 5 years later,
Yes.
we're here.
Yes. Yes.
Nice.
This is a little bit bigger than my idea.
Well, you got a little bigger than you expected. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's always good. So unfortunately, we don't have any whiskey yet. Whiskey takes time. So what are we having here?
Yes. Here is 3 different types of new pot. And one is made of English malt.
And 63.6% alcohol.
Yes, water added to fill in the casks.
So you use 63.6% ABV.
Around 63.5.
63.5. And you do double distillation.
Yes, double
with this one.
distillation.
Okay. I'm excited. I'm excited. I had a lot of new spirit in America and some on the Isla,
Yeah,
but unpeated.
unpeated.
Ooh, fruity. Pears. A lot of pears. But spirit, spirit. It needs time. It needs more time. This cries for
Still
time.
young.
Yeah. Sweet, fruity.
Yeah.
Oh, bit of alcohol.
Of course.
Of course. But it's got a nice cozy touch. It's mild.
Yeah.
That's what I found out about Japanese whiskey is you do a very mild one.
Yeah.
It's a bit dangerous to forget that it has
too much
alcohol. Yeah. So you decided for your wash still, you decided you need a wood fire.
Yeah.
So how did it come to that? What's the reason? What's behind that?
The reason is very simple because the around the area of this site has big wood industries around here. So I want to make the locality a unique point to the my whiskey. So one point, only one point is the wood fire.
Oh, you also use the wood for that one wash back.
Yes.
So you want to get more of the local stuff into your whiskey.
Yes.
So nice. So what else do we have? You're experimenting with all the batches now?
Yes, of course.
So when do you think you find your way? Did you find it already? Or?
Not yet. Yes, I try to make various types of new pot now. We changed the amount of yeast, change the cut point, change the malt, and change the distillation. We tried various kind of new type, new pot.
So this time we have, what do we have?
Yes, this is made of Japanese malt.
Japanese malt.
100%.
And also 63.6 ABV, double distilled.
Yes, double distilled.
So where do they grow the Japanese barley?
Japanese barley, mainly in north side of Tokyo.
North side of Tokyo.
Yes, outside the north side area, or Kyushu area, north side of Kyushu area.
Oh, it's a bit more malty. But also very pure and fruity. That's the new make is. Incredibly smooth for 63.5 ABV.
Yes.
I would have said, I don't know, maybe 55%. That's what I would have expected if you didn't tell me.
Yes, it's a dangerous one.
You got something in there. What is it? Marzipan? Something sweet. Something candy-like. I like it. So, what are the plans for the future? How is this endeavor going in the next years?
Next year, we have a plan to expand the amount of production in a year. So we will use this wash still for 2 times a day.
Okay.
2 batches a day. And we will build the warehouse, second warehouse.
Second warehouse?
Yes. And I don't know. I can better. We have a plan to build a visitor center.
Visitor center and museum, and
Yes.
it's still a bit like construction site. You're not open to the visitors yet.
Not yet.
So when do you plan to open?
This fall.
So this fall. So
yes.
if you want to, you gonna have a celebration or something? You probably you just go and follow the distillery on Facebook or somewhere, and you're gonna write something to invitation if you do.
Yes, I open my Facebook to the people, so everybody can see how distillery is working on my Facebook.
Okay, so this fall or this winter, you're gonna have visitors in here.
We will announce the opening of the distillery.
Nice. Yeah, it's always nice. We had a walk around. It's such a lovely place. All the wood and all the glass and the new equipment is very nice to look at. So what's the last one?
Yes, the last one is a special one because the distillation.
Oh, okay.
We
have double distillation. What about the malt?
Japanese malt.
So the same as the last one?
Yes, same malt, but the distillation 2.5 times distilled.
That was the one with the low wines?
Yes.
And low wines back. Yes. Okay. Let's have a look. It's even smoother. Now it feels like 52%. But it's lighter. The others had a bit more kick. Very light spirit. Yeah, it's a lighter one.
Yeah.
Sweet, flowery. I like it, but still cries age. It needs age. It needs wood. Yeah.
They are all young.
So your whiskey will be available. When can we get first bottles?
First bottle will be released in mid of 2020.
2020 is the date we're looking forward.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm really looking forward. I really want to see how that turns out in a bottle. But you're gonna start off Japanese first? Japan first?
I think I can release in some other country same time.
Okay, so but you're gonna ramp up and then
yes.
You will go international someday. So if you happen to go international, then give us a phone call.
Okay, I will. I promise.
Okay, thank you very much for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, arigato.
Arigatou gozaimasu. Danke.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. And if you found this video interesting, then please feel free to share this video with your friends. And if you ever come to Japan, this is just 2 hours away from Tokyo. You take the train to the city and then come up here, and it's a beautiful place. It will have a beautiful visitor center, I believe. So thank you very much for watching.
I welcome you.